Libras, welcome to Quickie Tarot. It's time for your number reading. Wow. So if you feel compelled, please like and subscribe. Otherwise, let's just get started. Let's find out what the universe has in store for you. I've shuffled these cards really good. Please, universe, please tell us, what can Libras expect coming up? Remember, please, universe, what can our Libras expect? What can they expect for the month of October? Okay. Let's see what we have here. No, I don't think we quite have enough to get started. Oh, we got exactly what we need to get started. Awesome. Okay, so the overall energy, Libra, of your reading is the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords, this is a card of illusion. This is a feeling of being trapped or confined in a situation, but you're not. You can walk out. The mouth is not bound. The feet are not bound. You can ask for help. So this surrounds your whole reading. So let's read into this. Let's find out what is going on. Up here in your highest energy is the Nine of Swords. This is really being in your thoughts. This is sort of like over and over and over and through the head, like trying to answer questions. It has something to do with the Ten of Cups, which is right next door. So it had to be a relationship, a love relationship, being the Ten of Cups. There might have been a commitment or a lack thereof a commitment, or the lack thereof the Ten of Cups. So let's read on. We'll find out what's going on. But you're really up in your head about a family situation, about lots of love, and possible commitment. Okay? Next to the Ten of Cups on the other side, while you're up in your head, you're reaching out to the universe and you're seeking advice on what to do. Well, the Hangman came out. That tells me that the universe hears you and they're going to try to enlighten you. That's why all the blood is rushing to the head on this person. It's enlightenment. I call this the card of enlightenment. So let's look around and see what the Hangman has to offer us here in this reading. And you need to look around you for signs that the universe is trying to show you to get your answers to what you need, what you're reaching out to the universe about. And I know it has something to do with this Ten of Cups here. And this is a lot of love. This is a family. This is joy. This could be a memory. This could be an actual thing that's happening now that I really don't understand what's going on. Perhaps it has to do with the Hierophant, because the Hierophant's here. This is the card for Taurus, by the way. And Taurus, Taurus might be in your chart, might be around this reading. But this is traditional values and traditional morals. Many times this card represents commitment. So I've already mentioned commitment once by looking at the Ten of Cups. This is a traditional style of commitment, possibly marriage. So if you're up in your head, you either want out, I think, or you want in. So this Eight of Swords being right in the center of your reading is you're feeling trapped as far as you can't find your way out or you can't find your way in, okay, to this energy. We do have the Ace of Wands on the other side of the Eight of Swords. The Ace of Wands is new beginnings. Oh. This is right under the Hangman. This is what you're reaching. You're missing someone. I think you're missing someone that you are really in love with, that you have been committed to or felt committed to. You can't stop thinking about them. That's what this is all about. You want a new beginning with someone, Libra. You want a fresh start. This Ace of Wands sitting right next to the Eight of Swords, right under the Hangman. You're wondering, oh, Wow. Okay, so you had something that was really good at one point. And you're missing this a lot, right, in the month of November. Now the holidays are coming, so that's a time we really start to miss the people that we miss in our lives. So let's read on. Let's find out what else the universe has to say about this. Under the Hierophant, we have the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is confusion, so you're confused. I think you're confused because it's next to the Ace of Pentacles. So talk about commitment. I think this whole thing was like maybe it fell apart because the other party wasn't willing to commit. The Ace of Pentacles, so you're going back and forth with Two of Pentacles, back and forth, but they wouldn't commit. I mean, they wouldn't take this a step further, even though all the love was there. We already had the Hierophant here, and I think you're really confused, and you're stuck in your head about this energy of what you should have, the Ten of Cups. You really feel like you should have the Ten of Cups. So the Ace of Pentacles for sure is about commitment and security and stability and groundedness. I don't think you got what you wanted, but you can't stop thinking about it. You're trapped in your head over this, but you're not, okay? You feel trapped in your head over this. You want a new start, a new fresh beginning. I have the Nine of Wands next to the Ace of Pentacles. This thought of the commitment thing, it's really wearing you out. It's wearing you down in the month of November. It's like the straw that broke the camel's back. You're really getting worn out. This whole energy. Let's see where this takes us. I need more cards for this reading for Libras, please. Oh, good, the 10. Let's see where this takes us. Libra, for the month of... There you are, Libra. The Justice card. Okay. We got what we need. I'm doing these one by one now as they come out the second time. All right. 10 of Swords. You are going to let these swords... So you're moving from the 9 of Swords to the 10 of Swords. Great. Because there's no 11. So this means these swords are going to start falling away. Okay? It's wearing you down. It's wearing you out. And you're going to start to overcome. You're going to start to step out of this being trapped in this energy, these thoughts in your head over this whole situation. We have the 8 of Wands. This is communication. Wow. This is like texting, emailing, emails, Skype, something like that. Something like that. Over the airways. Back and forth. That's what's helping this to cycle out. Right next to the Ace of Wands, which is that fresh new beginning. It looks to me like someone is going to start a conversation about trying this again. And then I have the Fool up here. In your energy, next to the Hangman, above all this communication, you don't want to leap into something and then get hurt all over again because something hurts you here. The Hangman, around the Hangman, we have the 10 of Cups, which is what you thought you could have. We have the Ace of Wands, which is the new beginning you want to have. And we have the Fool, about not rushing into something, about not setting yourself up for another fall. And that's exactly what the Fool does. The Fool throws caution to the wind and enjoys the moment and dances along until they come to the edge of the cliff. So this is the next to the Hangman. So they're saying, don't do that. Don't dance along. Don't go into this blindly for the moment, because you could end up like this again. It's sort of a caution card. Yellow sometimes is caution in the tarot. We have the Strength card. That came out next. This is next to this 10 of Swords. So the Strength card, this is the card for Leo. You might have Leo in your chart. You might have Leo someplace around this reading. But more importantly, see that infinity symbol above the head of this figure, that is the symbol of intuition, the symbol of knowing. This says that you know what you need to do. You need to pull out the strength from deep inside of you in order to do it, to help these swords to cycle out. So it's going to take a lot of strength from you. And you know it. And you know what you need to do in order to do it. So that's good. That's good. Then we have the Lovers. Okay? Right between the Strength card and all this communication. Okay? This is a Soulmate card. This is a divine type Soulmate card brought to you like by the universe. So this is the card for Gemini. So Gemini might be in your chart, might be around this reading someplace. But more importantly, it's about this connection, this soulmate connection. This is why you can't shake this person that you thought you could have the Ten of Cups with, or maybe you did have the Ten of Cups with. And you thought it would lead to some sort of stability and some sort of commitment. You're going to have a conversation with them, male or female. It's going to take a lot of strength, and you're going to have to dig deep when you speak to this person in order to protect yourself, okay? You don't want to be the fool again. You want your swords to fall away. You don't want to stay in this Nine of Swords energy. So you are going to have to be strong, but it does look like there's communication coming in. I can't see, and it's going to be about a new beginning. Next to the Ace of Wands, it just all goes together. So use your strength. All right. Oh, that's on the bottom. Wait a minute. That's in the wrong place. Page of Swords. Page of Swords. This is on guard. You know, just what it is. Just what it looks like. You're on guard. It's like you want to protect yourself. Good, because you want to protect yourself from being a fool. And maybe you feel like you were the fool before and you got into this relationship just kind of, you know, living in the moment, and then things got out of hand. All kinds of love happened, and then you got hurt. And so, yeah, you have your sword up. You have your guard up. And it's right above the Lovers card. So you're ready to sever this relationship. At the same time, you would love a new beginning because it's this connection. You do have a very, very special connection. Okay, then we have the Six of Pentacles. Feeling left out in the cold. That's something you need to remember. I think that I don't know. Something happened. You or them walked away. You felt you've been lonely. You've been missing them. You felt left out in the cold. It's going to taking a lot of strength to get over that feeling. We have the King of Cups here. So the King of Cups is a water energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. This is next to the Lovers card. This was part of the problem here. The King of Cups they have a big cup of love. Look at that card. And that cup is huge. They're hanging on to. But they're holding it close to their body and they're not handing it out. That was the problem. Whoever this soulmate is, they were unwilling to hand out that cup of love. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's out of fear of them getting hurt. I don't know if it's from past experiences or what. But they have it. They did love you. They do love you. But through all this communication, I think they're willing to see if they can hand you that cup of love. Then we have the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands, this is the card of engagement. This is people celebrating a union or achievement, accomplishment in your highest energy. You're on guard about it, but I think they want to get back together. And I think they want to express that they really want to give this a good shot, this relationship, a good try. to see where this goes. And then here you are, the Justice card, Libra. This is your card. This is about balancing your life, balancing the scales, and being on guard again. That sword is up and trying to protect that balance that you work really hard to try to regain after being left out in the cold. You do not want this again. This is what you don't want. That's why you got your sword up against the Fool here. And you got your sword up against the Lovers too, because you know where that will lead. So, but it does look like they're being sincere, and it does look like they do love you, and it does look like somebody, one of the two of you, is going to strike up this conversation and through the airway. I think it's texting, like, "Hey, how you doing today?" And it might just start that way, you know, some little kind of thing, and then text comes back, and then kind of little thing, and then pretty soon you got all this texting going back and forth, and then you find out, you know, that you want to get together, and you start talking about getting back together. Wow. Then we have the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is right above the Justice card and right next to the King of Cups. So this is what happened, kind of. I can't tell you exactly what happened, but they were being deceitful. There was some kind of sneaky energy with your person, and that is why this whole thing kind of fell apart. It's like lying, cheating, stealing, jealousy, just something like deceitful, unwanted. They were much better at taking the love than giving the love. Well, one more for that blank spot for Denver, please, for Libras. There we go. We have the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, and right above that Seven of Swords. So you're on guard about getting back together with them. Everybody would like it, okay? All your friends, all their friends. I mean, it's like everybody, you know, they would be like, "Yay, you guys are back together? That's just awesome." But you are remembering that they tipped your scales. You got breadcrumbs out of the relationship compared to what you should have had. And it's all because they were being sneaky for some reason. Some kind of a lot more taking than giving as far as emotions go, because it's next to the King of Cups. So they take your love, but they weren't giving you their love. Not really. And it just kind of left you begging for attention here, and you know, threw your scales out of whack. So down here we have you getting your scales together. So when they come back, and they are, it looks like you're gonna try, because I see that the Six of Wands is like, yeah, you're back together. You're on guard about it, but I think you will give it a try, and I think they're willing to give it a good try. And I see sincerity, definitely see sincerity. I definitely see that they love you. They know what you want, and that is commitment. And the Hangman is here to enlighten you. The universe hears you. Look around you. Look for signs around you. I don't know who's going to start it, but it's going to take strength from you to get through this. But you are, because that 9 is turning to a 10. That 9 of Swords is turning to a 10, and then the swords just start falling off. And I think they start falling off through conversation here. So, wow, Libras, this is your number reading. Thank you for watching Quickie Tarot.